Well, good morning. This is my second try at making a video. My first attempt didn't work out because the selfie stick plugged in made a hiss and there was no audio. So we're trying this again using this broken down selfie stick without having it plugged in. So I'm gonna have to do everything manually, which is okay. At least I know how to do that. Now, one thing we hadn't tested is talking with the camera turned the other way, but we're going to try it out. I'm going to start you out with a look at my little plant starts. All kind of things growing here from my tea garden and from my regular garden. Some of them are behind because of an unfortunate incident while we were gone on vacation. A chicken maybe ate everything. There's my tomato plants coming back from being replanted on March 1st. The first set was planted on January 21st, so you can imagine how far behind they are. I had to go ahead and buy some plants. Okay, we're going to walk over to the raised bed and take a look. A lot of space in here is just waiting for those plants to grow to the right size. Here we see some Swiss chard, a beautiful plant which is quite tasty. I wasn't familiar with it until recently. There's a couple of carrots that are ready to pick, but I have carrots, so those are just marking time. This thing is a lettuce plant that is going to flower. I'm going to let it make me some seeds. Over here we have the tea garden with a cherry tomato plant that I'm hoping is going to be treats for visitors, and beans. Got a couple of vertical gardening attempts with some teepees for green beans. And on over here, this is the chocolate mint for the tea. There's an empty over there. What is this? Orange mint, you can see the sign. This is some ground for many of those plant starts you saw over there. A hibiscus that I can use to make tea. You cold brew the flowers, I understand, dried flowers. There's a pineapple sage, some peppermint. This is stevia, you know, they make the sweetener from. And look at this, an apple tree. And guess what? Where is a good one? That buddy's got an apple on it. There's where I'm making dirt. Another teepee for green beans. That's an orange thyme. Over here we have lemon balm, just getting a foothold. Let's talk about how I made this bed. I'm doing a no-till gardening, and to make this bed I laid down some cardboard. I bought some relatively inexpensive compost at my local feed store, and it's just right on top of the grass, right on top of that cardboard. The grass is going to suffocate because it's covered up. I poke holes through the cardboard where I'm planting so roots can get down, but that cardboard will deteriorate. Makes great worm food. And I've got a bed, and over time, adding a new layer of compost every year, you'd hope it'd get pretty good. Now we'll walk over to the big in-ground garden. This garden I've had for years. Sometimes it goes away for some years and then comes back as I have time and I'm able to do gardening. But right here you can see I'm planting the same no-till gardening, that's where my row of okra is going to be. I'm not going to plant it for probably two more weeks. And I've got a variety of tomatoes. I got a lot of salad plants, lettuces, and various other things that you learn to eat in a salad. And that's the way you grow what you're going to eat. Another bed I created this year with the no-till gardening method. I just identified a place I wanted a garden bed, say between these trees. I laid down cardboard and I piled compost on top of it. You have to work to keep that well watered because it'll dry right out. It'll dry out. I'm watering it every day. But I have a well, so the water is not a big problem. And on a smaller scale, city water wouldn't be a problem. And you can collect rainwater and it's free. So that was it. That was our garden tour for today.